Hello, everybody. My name is Jonathan. I am the producer for the CONVO Couch. Fiorella and Pasta were pretty busy at work today, and I really wanted to discuss what was going on in Venezuela because, it's like breaking news right now. So I woke up today to a lot of tweets and notifications about all this shit that's going on in Venezuela, and I was wondering if there was like a live feed today in Venezuela, and there was, and I just saw that Maduro, he had a protest or a big rally, and he had so many people out there. He had a fuckload of people out there. Hold on, where's this rally? You can see it here. Look at all those people. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people. So you can see it's a lot. It's a lot of people. Today was May 1st, and I think in Venezuela it's like a Labor Day. It's like their Labor Day. So a lot of people were free, but like there's so many people just to see Maduro. So he was giving a huge speech, and RT had a great segment on this, and I'll show you guys this right here.
Venezuela's president has invited the opposition to engage in talks after the latest wave of unrest. Nicolas Maduro called for a day of dialogue after announcing that an illegal coup attempt had been put down. 80 people were injured in clashes on Wednesday after opposition leader Juan Guaido urged his supporters to stage the largest protest in the country's history.
I think he's standing on a car.
We are in
just like Beto. He's pulling a little Beto, a little standing on cars and everything,
Altamira Square, where a second day of protest is developing. These protests were called yesterday by Juan Guaido and a group of military officials who rise up and call on civilians and military to join the Operation Freedom. Yesterday also, opposition leader Leopoldo Lopez was freed after 5 years in prison. At the moment, he is in the quality of guest.
I guess he's an ally and mentor of Juan Guaido, but
at the Spanish embassy in Caracas. Today, also 16 states are joining this protest called by Juan Guaido. In other zones of the city, Nicolas Maduro also called on his supporters to celebrate the Labor Day in Caracas and also the rest of the country. Yesterday, we saw some fierce clashes between opposition protesters and some forces still loyal to Nicolas Maduro.
Crazy. Yeah, and there was that truck there, and somehow I found this tweet of another angle of the truck, and it does not look very good, and we're not sure. People are saying it was Maduro's trucks, but it's really up in the air about what was going on there.
Representan la democracia en Venezuela. Creo que podemos ver de manera simultánea estas imágenes en directo y las imágenes de hace 3-4 minutos. Mire usted, no puede ser, la tanqueta está lanzándose sobre los manifestantes de manera
this is terrible. I mean, there's some crazy shit going on out there. I mean, who knows whose trucks those are? Those could be Maduro's, those could be Colombia's trucks, those could be the Guaido's trucks. Someone said it was Maduro. This guy that tweeted it is a Guaido supporter. It basically says, urgent, tank just ran over a few people. And this guy is a big Guaido supporter. I mean, look at his cover photo. I mean, look at this guy. Protesta Civil. I thought it was just really important for me to get on and just show you guys what's going on. I also think that it's important to, it begs the question, like, how did we get here? How did we end up how did Venezuela end up where it is right now? And so I found this great little video. It kind of explaining it. We'll just kind of brush through it. Basically, you know, it starts back in the 17th century. Venezuela, you know, the Spanish conquered them just like in every other South American country. Spain, you know, just conquered them, and you know they were very rich in natural resources.
Bajo el dominio español, Venezuela sirvió como mina de metales preciosos.
So they had a lot of natural resources, a lot of precious metals, you know, and then it wasn't until later that they discovered oil. So they were under Spanish rule, and then Simon Bolivar, he came through and he made them independent.
Bolívar fue quien lideró la lucha independentista. La hasta
So he made them
entonces provincia de
independent.
Venezuela fue primero integrada en lo que se llamó la Gran Colombia y más tarde se independizó de esta, siendo ya completamente independiente.
MCSC, you guys saying I'm breaking up? Let me see. Hello? You guys hear me? It's glitchy sometimes. Okay. Do you guys hear me? Is it working? Yes? Okay. Let's see. Only when I play the clips. Okay. All right. Anyways, back to this. Basically, they had a lot of natural resources, and then they discovered oil. There's a lot of civil wars and dictatorships in between this.
Sin embargo, el sueño venezolano llegaría a su fin. A finales de los 70, el precio del petróleo comienza a bajar.
They found oil prices went up, so they started surging. Their economy got fixed, and then in the 70s began to fall again.
Y Venezuela se ve obligada a pedir prestado a otros países para financiarse. Sin embargo, el precio del petróleo continuó bajando y Venezuela comenzó a pasarlo verdaderamente mal para poder pagar sus deudas. Esta situación obligó al gobierno de Pérez Jiménez a introducir medidas de austeridad. Es decir, el precio de la fiebre del petróleo cayó directamente sobre las clases populares, las cuales no habían mejorado mucho su situación durante los años de bonanza. Además, las protestas eran frecuentes y a menudo violentas. Especialmente violenta fue la del Caracazo, con más de 300 muertos. En 1992 se lleva a cabo un intento de golpe de estado por parte del comandante Hugo Chávez que fracasa y este es encarcelado. El mismo año, otros oficiales intentan un segundo golpe que también resulta ser un fracaso. En los 90, Venezuela es un país sumido en una gran miseria.
So basically, they're saying Chavez basically attempted a coup back in the 90s twice, and then they go on to say that he won the democratic election.
Subidas de precios, devaluación de la moneda, auge del narcotráfico, etc. En este contexto, Hugo Chávez, golpista en 1992, se presenta en 1998 a las elecciones presidenciales con un programa socialista, presentándose a sí mismo como el nuevo Simón Bolívar y prometiendo una revolución social que repartiese la escasa riqueza de Venezuela. Chávez ganó las elecciones y comenzó con su programa.
So yeah, he won the elections, and he actually did a lot of social programs. He did a lot of social programs. He actually, Pasta told me this. He actually threw money for poor people in New York, and Pasta actually remembers people telling him that they got money from. Oh no, that's either Chavez or Maduro. That he started social programs. So he had his social programs in his country, and then he even sent money to the U.S., which was crazy. So he's really popular with his state aid programs.
Y volvió a ganar las elecciones. La oposición intentó
elections twice in a row.
derrocar a Chávez en 2002 por la fuerza y lo volvió a intentar una vez más con una huelga general que paralizó el país durante 63 días. Todo ello sin ningún tipo de éxito. En la primera década del siglo XX, Chávez es reelegido por tercera vez.
So Chavez got elected 3 times. I think that's insane because, the U.S. has always painted him as a dictator, and the same thing with Maduro. They're dictators. It's the same thing that Paz and Fiorella always say on this show. It's the U.S., it's the regime change war formula. You paint the leader as an enemy of the state or enemy of the U.S. because they have resources and we want them, And you all know this, especially in my MCSC network here.
Esta tercera legislatura se centró en sus relaciones internacionales, promoviendo un bloque anti-Estados Unidos con países como Bolivia o Cuba.
And see, that's the other problem. He tried to block U.S., and of course the U.S. is not going to respond very well to that. So let's keep watching.
Estados Unidos, presidido por entonces por Bush, declaró a Venezuela como parte del eje del mal. La nueva década comenzaba con un gran problema que hizo tambalearse al gobierno chavista. Una sequía produjo una crisis energética
Then there was a drought, and there was like a lot of
y de agua sin precedentes. Una crisis que duraría cerca de 2 años y que se cobró el puesto de varios dirigentes chavistas. Hugo Chávez, enfermo de cáncer, gana sus 4th elecciones presidenciales.
So Chavez won 4 times in a row, and then he died right after the
Poco
4th
después,
election.
el presidente venezolano muere y se celebran unas elecciones que son ganadas por el candidato chavista Nicolás Maduro. Durante los últimos
Maduro then gets elected, and Pasta was telling me he was a bus driver, so that's really interesting. And so Chavez and Maduro has a lot of support from the people, the people out in the country in Venezuela, out in the not in the city, the rural people.
últimos mandatos de Chávez, la oposición parlamentaria y callejera habían sido constantes, pero esta se ve muy reforzada cuando Maduro llega al poder. Maduro, que no goza del carisma ni la popularidad de Chávez, ve como el precio mundial del petróleo comienza a bajar de nuevo.
See, that's the other problem, though. What this video also says is that they relied heavily on their oil and didn't really put any other money into any other like agriculture or any other consumerism industries, So I think that might also be a big issue as to why a big key component to how Venezuela is where it is right now.
Agrava los problemas de escasez de productos básicos existentes en Venezuela, lo que a su vez agrava la inflación y el desempleo. Y todo ello provoca nuevas dificultades para pagar la deuda exterior del país. Esta nueva crisis ha sumido a Venezuela en un clima de violencia entre gobierno y opositores. Maduro ha respondido a la beligerancia de la oposición con medidas que blindan al gobierno y lo hacen prácticamente intocable. Los opositores acusan a Maduro de dictador, mientras que este acusa a los opositores de traidores y golpistas. Y además también acusa a Estados Unidos de estar detrás de todos los males económicos de Venezuela.
And he's not wrong. Maduro is not wrong for blaming the U.S. because the U.S. obviously put sanctions. And what are sanctions? Sanctions when the banks that Venezuela has to be a part of, your bank account gets held. And it's like, I can't take out any money. So how am I supposed to pay for shit if I can't take out money? So anyways, RT did a very good job.
The protests yesterday left not only blocked roads, also burned cars and a big number of injured.
The opposition leader has the full support of the U.S. once again, with Secretary of State Mike Pompeo saying that Washington isn't ruling out sending in troops.
Military action is possible. If that's what's required, that's what the United States will do.
Earlier, Pompeo said
the U.S. is ready to do military action, which is terrible. Terrible. Why? Why do we need to go in there?
Suggested that the Venezuelan president had been ready to flee the country, but Nicolás Maduro was told to stay put by Russia.
We literally had Nicolás Maduro getting prepared to get on this airplane and head out of the country before he stopped really at the direction of the Russians.
He was ready to leave this morning, as we understand it, and the Russians indicated he should stay.
He said, Maduro has a plane ready to go to Cuba to flee, and the Russians took him off the plane and forbade him to leave the country. Mr. Pompeo, Please be serious.
Russia responded as well, accusing Washington of launching a disinformation campaign to demoralize Venezuelans. Pompeo has spoken to his Russian counterpart about the crisis in Caracas. Sergei Lavrov said that the United States interference goes against international law and could have serious consequences.
Russia's not wrong there. The U.S. breaks international law all the time by invading all these countries: Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan.
Time, the United States has banned American airlines from flying over Venezuela, saying it's due to political instability. But with Washington having slapped a series of sanctions on the country, Murad Gaziev has been looking at what the U.S. means when it says it stands with the Venezuelan people.
What a day, huh? Guaido's brazen attempted coup, the violence on both sides, and the people leaving Guaido hanging. And especially strange was what the United States had to say about it.
We need Venezuela ruled by the people of Venezuela and not by external forces.
Do you think he may have missed the irony? Mr. Bolton, who's done his damnedest to ensure regime change in Venezuela, whose country has championed regime change, sanctioned Venezuela, frozen billions in state funds, threatened it with invasion. Now,
He outlined it perfectly. That's exactly what's happening. It's exactly... Fuck John Bolton.
they're saying no one should meddle, that it's up to Venezuelans to decide. Of course not. What he meant is no one but America.
All options remain on the table. We said that it would be a big mistake for Maduro and those supporting him to use force against innocent civilians.
Mr. Bolton's definition of innocent, I think,
So, I mean, like, here you go. It's another day in America. Politicians lying to you, telling you one thing, giving you platitudes, but meanwhile, they have a history of all the other bullshit that they do. John Bolton, I'm sure all of you know, is, what was supposed to call him? Evil Geppetto. Fuck him, bro. He's been doing so much foreign advising presidents to invade this country, invade that country, regime change war over here. There's resources there that we need. There's resources. Let's get those resources. America. No, fuck that. Peace for everybody.
Buzz from the classic meaning. Look at these demonstrators with guns shooting at troops and police. I suppose their bullets are full of love too. And if you dare hold these innocents accountable, says Mr. Bolton, we might invade. Between the lines.
Estamos con ustedes. We're with you. America will stand with you until freedom and democracy are restored. Vayan con Dios.
Today, Interim President Juan Guaido announced start of Operación Libertad. The U.S. government fully supports the Venezuelan people in their quest for freedom and democracy. Democracy cannot be defeated.
What do you know? They stand with the people. Never mind the sanctions and the misery for millions that they've caused. My question is, which people exactly did you say you stand with? The few hundred machete gun-wielding fellows that try to stage a violent coup, or the thousands upon thousands who concurrently marched in support of the Venezuelan president, Maduro, against this coup?
This is clearly not a coup. We recognize Juan Guaido as the legitimate interim president of Venezuela.
No one else has. Where did Guaido come from? No.
And just as it's not a coup when the President of the United States gives an order to the Department of Defense, it's not a coup for Juan Guaido to try and take command of the Venezuelan military.
You're on fire, Mr. Bolton. Juan Guaido, who was never elected, doesn't control the military or ministries or anything. He's the president. But Nicolas Maduro, the actual president, supported by millions, the military, the ministries, he's not the president. You see what I mean by strange?
You see what I'm talking about. I mean, yeah, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Everything there is bullshit. I just wanted to show you John Bolton's, Evil Geppetto's Twitter. This freaking hypocrite. He retweeted this. Who is that? Secretary of Defense Pat Shanahan. Who is this guy? This is an issue of freedom versus tyranny. Echoing at POTUS. We're considering all options in support of the Venezuelan people. If you looked at the Venezuelan news, you would see that the Venezuelan people are outs in the thousands for Maduro and outs in the 50s, hundreds for Guaido. So who really has support out in Venezuela? I think it's safe to say it's Maduro. So yeah, I just wanted to go over that. I mean, it's really bad what's happening out there. I mean, I'm thinking about, like, what can we do to help? Like how can we help? I feel like I can't help from here. I wish we could go there. I wish we had. I feel like the CONVO couch needs to be there. I wish we could get funding to go there. Like get independent media out there, independent reporters. We'll have to see what happens. We'll see if the CONVO couch should go out there. Wouldn't it be bomb if we went out there? I'd be out there on the streets recording. I'd have to get like a little, would have to be very safe. But thank you everybody for watching. Please subscribe to our channel. Subscribe to the CONVO couch. If you're on Facebook, go to YouTube and subscribe to the CONVO couch. If you're on YouTube, go to our Facebook. If you're on MCSC, go to the CONVO couch. We need more subscribers. We just hit 1,000 recently. Woo! Fiorella's going to do a more in-depth show with Pasta tomorrow, and we will see what happens. Thank you so much for watching. CONVO out.